we are going to learn our new lesson, new chapter, chapter 3, nutrition in animals. Animals. In the previous lesson, we learned about photosynthesis. We know that what is photosynthesis? The process of making food by green plants in the presence of sunlight, water and carbon dioxide. Sunlight, water and carbon dioxide. The green plants prepare their own food. The green plants prepare their own food through photosynthesis. Like this, the animals also depend. The animals do not depend on photosynthesis, but they depend plants for eating, and also it directly depend on plants and indirectly depend on plant eating animals. We know that all organisms including humans require food for their growth, repair and functioning of the body. The all living organisms including humans require food for what? Food for their growth, then for what? Repair and functioning of the body. Okay, we have studied in class 6 that food consists. We have studied in class 6 the food consists of different components. Food consists of different components. What are the components consist of the food? The food consists of different components. What are the components? We know that the components are carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals, fats and water dietary fiber are the components of food. Which are the components? Carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals, fats are the components. Fats and water are the components of food. Which are the components of food? Which are the components of food? Components of food. Components of food are carbohydrate, proteins, vitamins, minerals, fat and water are the components of food. These components of food are called nutrients. These components of food are called, we know that these components of food are called nutrients. These components of food are called nutrients. In this lesson, we learned about nutrition in animals. In the previous lesson, we learned about the nutrition in plants. In this lesson, we learned nutrition in animals. Nutrition in animals. How they feed, which type of food they eat, like this. These are we discussed in this lesson. Then animal nutrition includes nutrient requirement, mode of take of food and its utilization in the body. Animal nutrition includes nutrient requirement, mode of intake of food and its utilization in the mode of intake of food and its utilization in the body. Then utilization in the body. Then we know that the different components of food. The different components of food. Which are the components of food? Carbohydrate, proteins, vitamins, minerals, fats and water are the components of food. These components of food are called nutrients. In these components of food, we know that the carbohydrate is also a component of food. The carbohydrate is also a component of food. This component of food, the carbohydrate is present in a complex form, complex substance. The component of carbohydrate is present as complex substances. Carbohydrate is present in complex substance. Complex substance. Complex substance. Our body doesn't need the carbohydrate in the form of complex substance, but it cannot be utilized. Our body cannot be the body do not have the ability, the body do not have the ability to utilize the carbohydrate in the form complex substances. So the complex substances can be break down into simpler substances. The complex substances can be break down into simpler substances. Carbohydrate is a component of food. The carbohydrate present in the food in the form of complex substances. These complex substances cannot be used as such. So the complex substance can be break down into simpler substances. Complex substances then break down into simpler substances. Break down into simpler substances. And this process is called digestion. This process is called digestion. This process is called digestion. Once again, the breakdown of complex substances into simpler substances. This process is called digestion. What is digestion? The breakdown of complex substances into simpler substances. Complex substances into simpler substances is called digestion. The breakdown of complex components of food. We know that in our food there are different types of components are present, and also carbohydrate is one of the component. That component is present in complex substances. So these complex substances break down into simpler substances in our body. This process is called digestion. Once again, in this lesson we discussed about the nutrition in different animals, then including human beings. Animal nutrition includes nutrient requirement, mode of intake of food, and its utilization in the body. We need food for the functioning of our body, In this lesson we discussed about the utilization and the intake of food. We know that in our food there are different types of components are present. Carbohydrate, protein, vitamins, minerals, fats and water are the different components of food. Carbohydrate is one of the component of food. This carbohydrate is present in food items in the form of complex substances. It cannot be utilized as such. So they are break down into simpler substances. The process of breakdown of complex substances into simpler substances is called digestion. It takes place inside our body. Then next one is different ways of taking food. Different ways of taking food. We know that all living organisms need food for their repair and functioning of their body, and also for their growth. Then in every organisms the mode of taking food is different. Mode of taking food is different. So for example we know that we can see in our surroundings types of organisms are present. Different types of organisms are present. Each organism is feeding different ways. Each organism is feeding in different ways. Each organism is feeding in different ways. For example, bees and hummingbirds. For example, bees and hummingbirds. Bees and hummingbirds. Bees and hummingbirds. How bees and hummingbirds taking food? They taking nectar. They taking nectar from plants. They taking nectar from plants by sucking. By sucking. The mode of taking food by bees and hummingbirds are by sucking. Bees and hummingbirds feed the nectar from plants by sucking. Bees and hummingbirds taking food. Which type of food is eaten by bees and hummingbirds? Nectar. We know that nectar is the sweet juices present in flowers or plants. Flowers. The nectar is a sweet juice present in flowers. This nectar is sucked by the bees and hummingbirds. The bees and hummingbirds suck the nectar from plants. In this way, the bees and hummingbird are taking food. In this way, the bees and hummingbird taking food. For another example, we know that human beings, infants of humans and many other animals feed on mother's milk. Infants of human beings. How infants of human beings take food? By feed on mother's milk. Feed on mother's milk. Like this, the infants of human beings taking food. Feed on mother's milk. How they feed on mother's milk. Then once again, different ways of taking food. We know that all organisms need food for their survival or for their growth or for their functioning of their body. Then different organisms feed on different ways. For example, bees and hummingbirds. Bees and hummingbirds taking food by sucking the nectar from plants. So nectar means sweet juices present in flowers. Then for another example is infants of human beings. Or infants of many other animals taking food by feed on mother's milk. Then another example, aquatic organisms. Another example, aquatic organism. The organisms live in water. Aquatic organism. How aquatic organism taking food? The food particles present in water, they filter by the tiny food particles present in water and feed on. Tiny food particles present in water. And filter that food particles and feed by the aquatic organism. Once again, different ways of taking food by different organisms. For example, bees and hummingbirds suck the nectar from plants. Then another example, infants of human being and many other organisms feed on mother's milk. Then another example is aquatic organism. Aquatic organism taking food by filtering the tiny food particles present in water and they feed on. Another example is starfish. Another example, starfish. Inside the outer side of the starfish, a shell is present. It is made up of calcium carbonate. Another example is starfish. The starfish feed on animals. The starfish The starfish outer side of the starfish and a shell is present. The shell is made up of calcium carbonate. After opening the shell, the starfish pops out its stomach and through its mouth and eat the animal or insect present in the mouth. Then close the shell. Then inside the mouth it will eat and digest the animal. Another example is starfish. The starfish is taking the mode of food by starfish. Inside the starfish, a shell is present and the shell is made up of calcium carbonate. The shell is in the form of calcium carbonate. After opening the shell, the starfish pops out its stomach through its mouth. The starfish pops out its stomach through its mouth for eating animal inside the shell. If an animal or insect is inside the shell, the starfish pops out its stomach through its mouth and then it eats the animal. Then after eating the animal, the shell is closed. Then stomach goes back into the body. The stomach then goes back into the body and the shell becomes closed. Inside the body, the food is slowly digested. Once again, the mode of taking food by starfish. Starfish feed animals. The starfish consists of a shell and the shell is made of calcium carbonate. If an insect is inside the shell, after opening the shell, an insect is inside the shell. Then what do the starfish? The starfish pops out its stomach. Through its mouth. For what? For eating animal. The animal trapped by the shell. Then it pops out its stomach. Through its mouth for eating the animal inside the shell. Then closing the shell. After closing the shell, the stomach goes back into the body. Through its mouth. Then after closing the shell, the food inside the body slowly digested. Another example we can say that python, a snake like python. How python taking food? They attack an animal or a prey. They swallowing the prey. Another example is snakes like a python. How python taking the prey? By swallowing. Okay, starfish, aquatic animals, then infants of human beings, bees and hummingbirds, etc. are taking food in different ways. Bees and hummingbirds taking nectar by sucking. Taking nectar by sucking. Nectar means sweet juices present in flowers. Nectar means sweet juices present in flowers. Then another example, infants of human beings and many other animals. Many other animals feed on mother's milk. Feed on mother's milk. Then another example, aquatic organism. All aquatic organisms feed on small food particles present in water by filtering the tiny food particles present nearby them and they feed on. Then another example is snakes like python. How python taking food by swallowing its prey. Another example is starfish. How starfish taking food? A starfish consists of the starfish also taking animal for their food. Taking animal or insects for their food. Then how the starfish consists of a shell. The outer covering consists of a shell. The shell is made of calcium carbonate, and after an insect or an animal is inside the shell. It pops out its stomach through the mouth for eating animal inside the body. Then and then the stomach goes back to the body, then the shell becomes closed. Then the food inside the body slowly digested. All of you understood? Then another, digestion in humans. We know that human beings also need food for their survival, food for their growth or repair and functioning of their body. How human beings eat food? They eat food through their mouth. And it goes to its stomach. How the food goes to its stomach? The passage of food through the mouth, it consists of several compartments. Digestion in humans, the food passes through a continuous canal. If we entering the food into our mouth, the food passes through a continuous canal. The food passes through a continuous canal. If entering the mouth, then the food passes through. What happens to the food? The food passes through a continuous canal. The continuous canal which begins at the buccal cavity. The canal begins with the first buccal cavity. And ends with the food passes through a continuous canal. The canal starts with the buccal cavity and ends with the anus. And it ends with the anus. Then the canal can be divided into various compartments. The canal can be divided into various compartments. The canal can be divided into various compartments. First one, we say that we learn that the canal, the continuous canal is starts with the buccal cavity and ends with the anus. So the first compartment is the buccal cavity. Various compartments. The compartments are, the first compartment is buccal cavity. Buccal cavity. Second one is esophagus. Second one is esophagus. Esophagus. Second one is esophagus. Third one is stomach. Stomach. Fourth one, small intestine. Small intestine. Small intestine. Then fifth one, small intestine. Then fifth one, large intestine. Large intestine. Large intestine ends with the rectum. Large intestine ends with the rectum. Rectum. And the sixth one is anus. Sixth one is anus. Once again, digestion in humans. All human beings need food for their growth and taking food for their development of their body, for their functioning of their body, or for their repairing of their body. Then we eat food through our mouth. Then the food, what happened to that food? The food passes through a continuous canal. The food passes through a continuous canal. If we eat the food through our mouth, then the food goes to a canal. The food passes through a continuous canal. The food passes through a continuous canal. The canal starts with the buccal cavity. The canal starts with the buccal cavity, not buccal cavity, buccal cavity, and it ends with the anus. Then the continuous canal is divided into different compartments. The canal can be divided into various compartments. The first compartment is buccal cavity. The second one is esophagus. Then the third one is stomach, and the fourth one is small intestine. Fifth one, large intestine. The large intestine ends with the rectum. And the sixth one is anus. These are the various compartments of continuous canal. Various compartments of continuous canal. These compartments together constitute alimentary canal. Alimentary canal. These compartments together constitute the alimentary canal or digestive tract. Once again, the various compartments are buccal cavity, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. The large intestine ends with the rectum. Then the sixth one is anus. These compartments together constitute the alimentary canal or digestive tract. Alimentary canal or digestive tract. Then inside the canal, or the inner walls of the stomach and the small intestine, various glands are present. In the inner walls of the stomach and small intestines, various glands are present. Then salivary glands, then liver present, then another pancreas also present. The pancreas secrete pancreatic juice. The pancreas the pancreas secrete the pancreatic juice or the digestive juice. These digestive juice help the carbohydrate. We know that the carbohydrate is present in food in the form of complex substances. So the digestive juice help or convert the complex substances into simpler ones. The digestive juice convert complex substances into simpler ones. Then the digestive tract or the alimentary canal and the glands present inside the walls of stomach and small intestine. Small intestines associated to all are together constitute digestive system. What is digestive system? The digestive tract and the glands, associated glands are together constitute. The glands present or the associated glands in the digestive tracts together constitute the digestive system. Digestive system. We know that what is digestive tract? Digestive tract means tracts are buccal cavity, esophagus. We know that the food taking food goes through a continuous canal. The continuous canals can be divided into various compartments with buccal cavity, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine ends with the rectum and anus. These compartments together constitute the alimentary canal or digestive tract. Inside the wall or the inner walls of the stomach and the small intestines, many glands are present. The glands like salivary glands, then liver, pancreas also present. These pancreas secrete the digestive juice. The digestive juice convert the complex substance. If we eat food, that food is in the form of complex substances. The complex substances is converted into simpler ones by digestive juice secreted by pancreas. Then simpler ones. Then what is digestive system? Digestive system means the digestive tract and the associated glands together constitute digestive tract and digestive tract and associated glands together constitute digestive system. Students, what is digestive tract and digestive system? Digestive tract means the different compartments of the canal. Continuous canals together constitute the digestive tract. Inside the digestive tract, several glands are present. Which glands are present? Salivary glands, then liver, then pancreas. The pancreas secrete the digestive juice. Then these glands and the digestive tract together constitute digestive system in human beings. Digestive system in humans. Once again, in this class, we learned about nutrition in animals. The different animals are taking food in different ways. Example is hummingbirds, python, then infants of humans, etc. Then next we learn digestive system of humans. What is digestive system and what is digestive tract? Okay, all of you understood? Then read the text carefully. Thank you.